Hi guys, it's the RPG Brit here, and I wanted to do something completely different. As you can see by the title and by the screen, I've wanted to actually start up an ant farm. Now it's always been something I've wanted to do as a kid growing up, and I've watched a ton of videos, doing some research into it, and I finally just decided just to give it a go. And I thought, why not bring you guys along on the journey with me? So I'm going to review this ant farm while I'm doing it at the same time. So this is Ant World by My Living World. This is one I did have as a kid, and I tried to do it, but it never quite worked. So now that I'm an adult, I've done some research. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to do a better job. Now, I am still massively new to this, even though I've watched quite a few videos. So any comments or anything giving me, some little tips or help where needed is obviously massively appreciated. So without further ado, let's unbox this and see what we got. Right, okay, so I've unboxed everything. The first thing to look at really is the brochure that comes with the set. It's quite a chunky book, as you can see, quite a lot of pages. We've got instructions on how to build the farm there, and then it's got quite a lot of care information as well. So definitely something I'm going to have to read probably a couple of times just to get all the information in. But yeah, it looks quite good quality. And as you can see there, quite a lot of information. They've also got some of the other products on the back here, which is quite cool if you want to look after any other sort of little creepy crawlers. That's quite cool. And then we've got the main bit of the ant farm here, which is made of plastic. It comes in two parts, as you can see, like that, which kind of fit together quite nicely. You've got all these extra plastic bits, which I'm assuming is what actually holds the farm together. This looks like the base. That is like a stopper that goes onto the top there to obviously give you access to the farm and stop them crawling out at the same time, which fits quite nice. We've got some of the stoppers here which go on this tube here, so you can see on the edges there are little holes. You've got a little feeding dish here which is magnified, which is actually really stiff to open, but that would be quite cool to have a look at. Hopefully some of the ants feeding. So yeah, we've got that, and it's also got an in and an out, which is quite cool. So you could block one side and just have food in there with a tube from the ant farm, or you can have it leading into something else as well. So maybe if this ant colony grows quite large, I might need to move them to another ant farm, in which case I can do that. Here's all the stoppers again, which obviously if you're not doing anything, you're going to need to block up those holes there. We've got this bit of plastic here, which I think you stick these stickers on just to make the ant farm look a little bit cooler. I'm not really sure what other... Yeah, it fits quite nicely there, you can see, but I'm not sure what other function that would really have other than just aesthetics. And you've got these which sit on the front and the back. These act as two things. One, it makes it look quite nice, but also it will mean inside the ant farm is quite secure and dark for the ants if they need it. We've got a pipette here for obviously putting water or liquids inside the ant farm, and you've got the actual substrate here, which looks like sort of sand and a bit of dirt mixed together. So now that's everything. I'm going to have a look at getting this built, and then I'll show you once I'm done. And here we are, it is all assembled. Now it was actually a bit of a pain to assemble, to be honest, because it's quite thin. Putting the substrate in is quite tough, and it's actually not quite in there. Let me just adjust that. And it's quite stiff, as you can see. Putting quite a lot of force just to sit that down, but I'll do that in a sec. But as you can see, it's very thin, which will probably mean you can see the tunnels as they bury down quite nicely. And then these things, you can see where it just slots on top there. So it's very easy to take on and off when you need to. So that is it all set up. I obviously need to order some ants. I'm not going to be able to go out in the garden and find some, I don't think. So I'm going to order some online, and I'll let you know as soon as they arrive. I'll carry on with this video. So I will see you guys in what will be just a second for you, but it might be a week or two for me. I'll see you in a sec. Hi guys, so I'm back. It's been about a week, probably a week and a half, since I set up the ant farm, and my ants have finally arrived, and here they are. So I've gone with just normal black ants, which are native to the UK, and apparently they're quite a good beginner ant. So I decided to go with them. There is a queen and probably about between 10 and 15 workers inside. You can't see quite clearly on the camera, but if you hold on a little bit later, I'll be able to position a light a bit better. Now there's obviously wedged with tissue on the end. Now I'm not sure how I'm going to get the tube in to then get them into the ant farm, because the tube's obviously quite a bit smaller. So I'll be having a go at that. But yeah, really excited that they finally come. Right, so they're all connected. Here's a closer look at some of the ants. As you can see, they're not really doing much, but I've put the tube in and I've sort of wedged it in there with some more tissue, so hopefully that blocks it off for any that may try and escape. None so far have actually gone up the tube yet to go have a look in their new home, but I'm hoping they will soon. I did do some research, and it said that they can take a while to move. They basically move when they know that it's ready to move, which could be a few days or it could be a few weeks. I don't really know. But yeah, here's the long journey that they'll make up to hopefully what will become their new home. Now, in the booklet, it did tell me to put some water in the substrate, so you can see a couple of droplets there of water in there. So hopefully they will move in soon because they'll get the water they need. But that's it looking there. It looks quite nice, all snug. And here's another look at the long journey that they're going to have to make to go into their new home. But hopefully they'll move there fairly soon, so then I can plug up that hole, and they can actually start with their new home and my very first ant farm. I'm quite excited for it. And here's, as I said earlier, here's a better look at the ants. I managed to position one of my lights a bit better so you can see them inside the tube there. I have actually had a couple, as you can see there's one, go up the tube. They've not gone actually inside the ant farm yet, but they're obviously getting a bit brave and exploring a little bit more, which is, I'm surprised it's happened quite so quickly, to be honest. But yeah, very happy so far. And you can just see the queen there. Big black bit in the end. Hi guys, so it's been a few weeks and the worst has happened. As you can see there, that is the body of my queen, which just basically just fell. Now, she's obviously died at some point within the last day or so. I don't even know where the rest of her body is, to be honest, but she's died. It could not have ended a worse way, unfortunately. So I'm a bit gutted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some more research. I know that when the queen dies, there isn't an ant that will replace her. It's not like bees. So the ants will eventually just die out because there'll be obviously no more breeding. But while that happens, I'm going to keep them all plugged into the ant farm. I'm going to keep them fed, keep them watered until the colony dies out. Now, if any of you watching this maybe can give me some hints or tips, then I'd please put them down in the comments, because I'm not really sure what's gone wrong. I don't know why the queen died. I don't know why they didn't move in. It's been, a week, couple of weeks since they've been plugged in there, and they've not really ventured into the ant farm at all. So I don't really know what went wrong there. Is it the ant farm? Is it something I'm doing? Yeah, please let me know down in the comments, and hopefully when I give this a second go, it goes a lot more successfully. But yeah, could not have ended in a worse way. If you've made it this far, then thank you very much. Please consider liking, subscribing to the channel. Hopefully there'll be a lot more of this type of content coming up for you to enjoy as well. But yeah, did not go to plan this one, but hopefully the next one will be better. Thank you very much and take care.